If I don't want to use these layouts, but I want to draw my plan from scratch, I click on Draw Plan. Now I am already in the interface of the wall management, and here I have the tools to draw my walls. First of all, I click on Par, so I can set the thickness and the height of my walls. And then I click on the red point, I enter the orthogonal mode, okay? And now pay attention to the position of the first wall, because I always consider the interior wall dimensions, okay? So with the tab from the keyboard, I can move my wall. If I draw my walls in clockwise, the right position should be this, okay? Because if I start from here, let's see what happens. For example, now I enter the length of this wall from the keyboard, for example, 4 meters. I press enter from the keyboard. And now if I move down, as you can see, the two walls overlap. So the dimension of the first one won't be 4 meters anymore, but 3 meters and 800, okay? So this is the wrong position, okay? Now let's delete these walls. I press delete from the keyboard. Right click to deactivate the delete function. I press again on the red point. I press tab from the keyboard, okay? I enter the length from the keyboard, for example, 4 meters, enter. And now, as you can see, the wall is already in the right position, okay, for the interior wall dimension, considering that. So now, for example, this could be 1 meter and 500, press enter. Also, if I go to the right, the position is fine, because this would be wrong, but this is correct, okay? So this wall has to be 2 meters long. And then if I use the mouse wheel, I can zoom, and if I press and hold press the mouse wheel, I can move my layout. So now let's go on. For example, here I could have another wall of 3 meters, press enter. Now, if I want to change the thickness, with the right click, I can deactivate my wall. I go again on par, I change the thickness, press OK, and now I click on this corner. As you can see, the wall is in the wrong position, so tab from the keyboard. Okay, this is correct. Now, if I don't know the length of this wall, I can use the parallel mode, so I click here. Then I click on this wall because I want that the new wall has to be parallel to this one. So I click on the black line of this one click, and then I can also click here, okay? And in this way now I can close in with an orthogonal wall my layout. So I click here. Okay, right click to deactivate the parallel mode, and another right click to deactivate the wall. Now let's create a partition wall. So remember that you have first to select segment point. So I click on segment point. For example, my partition wall starts from this wall, so I move the mouse over the black line of this wall. I press and hold press the shift button from the keyboard and left click. Now I see 2 squares. If I know the distance of the partition wall from the left corner, then I will click on the left square. I enter the distance of the partition wall from the left corner, so 2 meters, for example, press enter. And now with the tab I move the wall in the right position, and now I can also click inside the wall, okay, because automatically ArredoCAD cuts the wall in the proper place, in the proper way. So right click, and now I don't know, let's draw another partition wall from here. So I press Shift and hold press Shift, one click. I choose this square. The distance has to be, I don't know, 2 meters again. Press OK. And I could click inside this wall, or if I don't know the length of this wall, I can also use again the parallel mode. So I click here, I click here, and now I can click here. Pay attention that here I don't see the hooking point because I have to select again hookup point. So now I can see the automatic hooking point. Then I can click here, right click to deactivate the wall, and my plan is ready. And now I have to exit from wall management.